thereafter. And as many of you might be venturing off into the woods, some of you might take the lazy way out and decide to go on a road trip. If so, you will see and experience many wonderful things across this country, one of which will be white trash. White trash is found all over the United States. There are many, many types of white trash, and they tend to clump in certain geographic locations. I personally am from South Carolina, so I have many years of experience monitoring the species. Today, I would like to help you not only be able to identify white trash on your journeys, but also if you prefer to travel incognito, I will show you the steps necessary to transform yourself into white trash. But be careful. My explanations are based on the sandlapper species, which is a South Carolinian term, to which I am familiar, and all facets may not universally apply. I plan to take you on a 3-part transformation, beginning with my head and working all the way down to my feet, ultimately becoming white trash myself, transforming this well-dressed gentleman you see before you into a piece of genuine white trash. So pay attention, because there are many, many parts equally all important. Missing one could completely blow your cover. So first of all, we start with the head. And on the head, we find the hair. Now, the best way to do it is short on top, long in the back. I was unable to find a wig, so we're going to have to skip past that one. But just picture Billy Ray Cyrus. That's the kind of the look I'm talking about. And next step, we move to the hat, in which there are 2 ways to wear it. I'll demonstrate. You need a good mesh hat with some kind of stuff up here in the front. The first way is kind of the old man gas station attendant, right on top, barely on, with a flat bill, just like this. How you doing? That's how you, that's a good way. That's kind of the older generation. The newer generation, they go more for the A-frame, fresh out of my back pocket, flat, straight bill, all the way down like that. Completely bent, okay? So, there you go, that's the hat. Next, we'll move to the eyes. The eyes are very important, and with that, we need sunglasses. Sunglasses are a very important addition, because if you really don't want people to make eye contact with you. If not, they're generally some kind of menacing look. So usually if you buy your sunglasses at a gas station, you'll be okay. Neon is a plus. I prefer the imitation Oakley blade. These are favored in the South, where I'm from, and they tend to do the trick. We'll move on to the mouth region. This area is the most important part, and at the same time, the most tricky area. So let's start. We'll start with the mustache. As you can see, I left myself a little thin mustache up here. This is very important. Really helps you pick up the native ladies of the region. So, you know, just don't shave for a while, and then right before you hit those areas, you shave everything but this. Not too thick, not too thin. I could probably use a little bit more, but you get the idea. Next, I'm beginning right now my sequence of rule breakings. I'm sorry to do this to you, Daniel, but man's got to do what a man's got to do for demonstration. It helps to have some sort of smokeless tobacco in your mouth. And with this, really important. If you're doing chew, smoosh it up real good. You don't want it falling all over yourself because you look like a mess, you know. Put that in. With that, it's important to have some kind of spittoon. Bring that here. And once you're doing this for a while, I'm going to tell you, your dental hygiene is shot to hell. So, what you're going to want to do to fit in with the natives, you're going to not want to brush your teeth for a while, all right? And by doing this, your teeth will ultimately look like this right here. Like this right here. And this will help with the disguise quite fully. You won't have any problem once your teeth start looking like this. Now we come to the most important part, the speech patterns. Now this is where years and years of experience takes over. You got to study hard, long hard hours, and work and change all those pre-learned words, phrases, verbs, sentence structures, and try throwing in a cuss word or two in every sentence. It'll really help out. Now, we've done the head, so we're going to move on down to the body. Now, your shirt is extremely important to your identity. I personally like to wear them no fear shirts because it shows people I don't fuck around. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm talking about? But when I ain't wearing them, I stick with one of these right here. Now, some people call these a wife beater. I don't beat nothing except my dog. And with this, you know, you're looking pretty cool. If you spend some time in the gym, it's really going to show up. Now, once you got your wife beater on, you know, you don't want it to be fresh from the cleaners. So you got to have 3 fundamental stains on your wife beater. Now, we start with some light beer. Light beer is really important to have on the shirt. Anywhere, as long as it dribbles down your mouth a little bit. Next, need a little bit of chew. Yeah, just rub a little bit on there. Just a little bit on there, good, like that. And then, you need some chew tags. They're always on your hands and whatnot, so you get a little bit of those on there. And once you got them on, your wife beater is genuine. Next, I'd like to point out the importance of a gold chain. Now, these are really popular in the South, and they're important because they show people you got a little bit of fucking class, you know? And, people are going to treat you with respect, and that's all. Now, we've taken care of 2/3 of the process. We're moving on down to the 3rd and final stage. Now, we're going to talk about the pants. And the coolest type are acid wash jeans, but mine are in the wash right now. So, I just got on these, just some work jeans right here, back in the seat. And they're pretty cool, you know, but they're not really as tight as I'd like them. These are kind of loose fitting, but you need them nice and tight. And you need to hold them up with a nice leather belt. That's all you can see. I got my South Carolina wildlife belt on. And it illustrates all the animals that I kill. That kind of is part of my identity as well. Lastly, we get down to the shoes. And shoes, they really don't matter all that much. Just need to be something sturdy and durable. You know, if you got to push your car out in the mud or kick somebody's ass. You know, something sturdy. So now we'll review the steps because there were a lot, and I know none of you were taking notes. So we'll start. And I want to say that I want you to remember that white trash are wonderful people. And that by my demonstration, you can now travel comfortably in the lowlands of South Carolina or the hills of Tennessee. And if you want to truly fool the natives, you must remember the steps I've told you today. If yankiness is detected, trouble could surely ensue. So start with the hat, A-frame or on-top model, move to sunglasses, imitation Oakleys, thin mustache, chew, don't brush your teeth, white beater, no fear shirt, gold chain is important, thick leather belt with a belt buckle, tight blue jeans if you got them, and then some sturdy shoes. And that's all you need. I hope that you've gained a new insight to the world of white trash, and remember too that this is not an exhaustive list of all the characteristics of white trash. There are many ways for you to take what I've taught you today and expand on them. And in the end, it will be a creation all your own, and it'll be something to make you proud. Thank you.